there were expectations prior to the interim budget that given the fact that it was poll season and there was a big election coming up, that the finance minister would tweak some of the provisions related to income tax, especially with the middle class in mind. That hasn't happened. And in the run up to the full budget, there's again a laundry list of expectations. Where do you stand on the likelihood of something for the middle class in the forthcoming budget as far as income tax is concerned?
So, Siddharth, if I could first begin with humor, which I always have, that if you look at what are the expectation and forecast before the budget and what you see happening after the budget, and you compare the two, any resemblance is purely coincidental and unintended. So a huge amount of things go around being spoken about, rumors, gossip, whatever. That said, there is an expectation and there is a proposal which has been put forward that probably the threshold limit for tax exemption needs to be expanded, extended. And I, for once, would be very much in support of it. And I will tell you why from a statistical purposes that makes sense. So every 1 lakh rupee reduction that happens in the threshold limit really takes off revenue of about 1,37,500 crores from the government kitty. And that's the amount. So here is so about 15 times that amount is the amount that is left as a purchasing power in the hands of the middle class. The revenue foregone is just about 1,37,000 crores. And assuming that these are the people who need the money and who are going to put the money into the economy on account of purchases, whatever, the government's kitty on GST is only going to swell. If you look at the numbers over the last few months, Siddhartha, and it's actually very heartening. That the revenues for indirect taxes, GST, we are almost touching 2 lakh crores. It has become sort of just a year and a half ago, 1 lakh crore was news. Today, 2 lakh crore is the news. So just shows how robust are those collections. If you look at the direct tax kitty, it is more than the budgeted revenues by 26%. Now, that is not something which is very, very usual. So with such a lot of robust collections, if the government reached out to the middle class, gave that extra money back into the system, the economy, as it is, we are talking at two things happening. We are talking about revival of the FMCG, everything else that needs to happen, and money going to the middle class. Both of those could be achieved if the government did increase the threshold limit.